Welcome everyone. Today, we'll be discussing the revenue recognition criteria under ASPE 3400, specifically focusing on agency relationships and the distinction between gross and net revenue recognition. ASPE 3400 provides guidelines for recognizing revenue in financial statements. Proper revenue recognition is crucial for accurate financial reporting and compliance with the accounting standards. In revenue recognition, it is important to determine whether the entity is acting as a principal or an agent. A principal recognizes revenue on a gross basis, while an agent recognizes revenue on a net basis. We will discuss the criteria to determine this distinction. Gross versus net revenue recognition. When acting as a principal, the entity recognizes the full amount of revenue. When acting as an agent, the entity recognizes only the commission or fee earned. This distinction is crucial for accurate financial reporting. We will look at examples to illustrate this. So for determining principal versus agent, number 1, control over goods or services. Does the entity control the goods or services before they are transferred to the customer? Number 2, inventory risk. Does the entity has inventory risk before or after the customer order, during shipping or upon return? Number 3, pricing discretion. Does the entity have the discretion in establishing prices for the goods or services? 4, primary responsibility. Is the entity primarily responsible for fulfilling the promise to provide the goods or services? There are indicators on principal. So control, the entity controls the goods or services before they are transferred to the customer. Another was an inventory risk. The entity bears the risk of holding inventory, including the risk of obsolescence. Another one is pricing discretion. The entity has the ability to set prices independently. Lastly, primary responsibility. The entity is responsible for providing the goods or services and ensuring customer satisfaction. On the contrary, there are indicators of agent. No control. The entity does not control the goods or services before they are transferred to the customer. Another one is inventory risk. The entity does not bear inventory risk. No pricing discretion. The entity does not have discretion in setting prices. Prices are set by the principal. And lastly, facilitation role. The entity's role is to facilitate the transaction between the principal and the customer. We can look at principal and agent example. A retailer purchases products from a manufacturer and sells them to customers. The retailer controls the product, bears inventory risk, sets prices, and is responsible for customer satisfaction. Therefore, the retailer recognizes revenue on a gross basis. An online marketplace facilitates sale between third-party sellers and customers. The marketplace does not control the products, does not bear inventory risk, and earns a commission on each sale. Therefore, the marketplace recognizes revenue on a net basis. So again, we need to consider the 4 revenue criteria under ASPE 3400. Risk and reward transferred. Significant risk and rewards of ownership have been transferred to the buyer. Collectibility. It is probable that the economic benefits will flow into the enterprise. Measurability. The amount of revenue can be reliably measured, including any potential returns. And lastly, performance. The enterprise has performed its obligations with delivery occurring or services rendered, and the seller's price to the buyer is being fixed or determinable. Let's now try to solve an example. The online travel agency OTA facilitates hotel bookings for customers and earns a commission for each booking. The OTA does not control the hotel rooms, it only facilitates the booking process. The OTA does not bear inventory risk for the hotel rooms and set prices by the hotels, not the OTA. The OTA is responsible for providing customer support and ensuring a smooth booking process. So to solve this example, risk and rewards transferred, the OTA does not transfer significant risk and rewards of ownership of the hotel rooms. The hotels retain these risks and rewards. Second one is control. The OTA does not control the hotel rooms. It only facilitates the booking process. Inventory risk. The OTA does not bear inventory risk for the hotel rooms. Lastly, pricing. Prices are set by the hotels, not the OTA. As an agent, the OTA's role is to facilitate transaction between the customer and the hotel, earning a commission for the service. The OTA does not take ownership of the hotel rooms or set prices, which they are key characteristics of a principal. As a result, OTA is an agent. So now, summary and questions. We covered the importance of revenue recognition and the four main criteria: risk and reward transferred, collectibility, measurability, and performance. We discussed the criteria determine whether an entity is acting as a principal or an agent. We explained the difference between gross and net revenue recognition and provided examples. Thank you for your attention. I am now open to any questions you may have. Feel free to ask any clarifications or further details on the topics we covered. Thank you.